On October 21st, IBJ unveils the 2025 Women of Influence. Join us to celebrate Indy's most inspiring leaders and hear the powerful stories behind their success. Don't miss this moment. Register now at ibj.com/influence 2025.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. I'm Alex Brown. Shelbyville-based Surge Development, which scrapped plans for a data center in Hancock County earlier this year, is now shifting its focus to a 585-acre technology park in Henry County. Principal Chris King says he's hoping to do things differently than other data center projects by building on-site energy generation.
If we can identify users, we've got the potential that they can fund 100% of the generation that they would need without affecting ratepayers. Those large users could locate in a more rural location that could benefit a more rural community, quite honestly.
The developer will go before the Henry County Plan Commission to present preliminary plans for the tech park on Thursday. Batesville-based Hillebrand is set to be acquired by an affiliate of Lone Star Funds, a private investment firm in Texas. The all-cash deal is valued at $3.8 billion. When the transaction is complete, Hillebrand said it will become a privately held company and no longer trade on the New York Stock Exchange. The sale is expected to close by the end of the first quarter of 2026. The deal remains subject to regulatory approval as well as approval by Hillebrand shareholders. The city of Crown Point is hosting a grand opening and ribbon-cutting ceremony tonight for the $1.8 million Crown Point Skate Park. Located on the south side of the Crown Point Sportsplex, the park was built with the help of a $1 million grant from the Dean and Barbara White Family Foundation. The skate park was designed by Bloomington-based Hunger Skate Parks, which also designed the renovated Leicester Square Skate Park in Vincennes and the Sunset Skate Park in downtown Evansville. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media Podcast Network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise at ibj.com to learn more.
The network administration team from South Bend's Career Academy Network of Public Schools, or CANOPS, will travel to Strum, Wisconsin this week to visit Cardinal Manufacturing, a nationally recognized student-run business at Elva Strum High School. The visit is aimed at learning best practices that can strengthen CANOPS' own student-run enterprise, Bend Manufacturing. Justin Bainey is the student enterprise business coach.
I want the admin to see why it's important to structure the time with the students during the school day, a certain time, and then also why I think it's important for the program to be part of the school system and how it's a culture change for your entire K through 12. It is a K through 12 kind of an initiative. And these kids are from kindergarten on, they know that, man, one day I can be in that program.
Now in its second year, Bend Manufacturing operates as a student-run business offering services in woodworking, engineering, and manufacturing, as well as banner and poster printing. As CANOPS leaders prepare to visit Wisconsin, they hope the lessons learned from Cardinal Manufacturing will help refine their program and expand opportunities for local students. Germany-based Freudenberg Filtration Technologies has announced plans to close its facility in LaPorte, affecting 173 employees. In a notice to the state, the company said it is relocating operations to its new facility in Lebanon, which is slated to open later this year. Freudenberg, which has its U.S. headquarters near Detroit, manufactures residential filtration products in LaPorte, and those same products will be made at the Lebanon facility. The layoffs are expected to begin on December 5th, and all positions at the facility will be impacted. However, a spokesperson tells Inside Indiana Business that the affected workers will have the opportunity to relocate. Reed Health in Richmond is the first in the state to launch smart patient rooms using what it says is the most advanced artificial intelligence available. Each hospital room has a smart board, which can be used for a variety of purposes, including showing x-rays, viewing a patient's schedule, and ordering meals. Chief Nursing Officer Misty Faust-Cofield says the technology is helping both patients and nurses.
The biggest changes that we're seeing is it's allowing our caregivers to be in the moment with the patients so that they can do tasks in the room instead of doing tasks outside of the room on their computer. So it's allowing our nurses and our clinicians to really get back to the joy of what they do, and that's caring for people. So it's affording us many more opportunities from that perspective.
The system knows when nurses and other medical staff badge into the room, and the technology charts information and adds it to a patient's electronic health record. That information is later verified by the staff member. Each smartboard also includes a camera that can be used for video chats with nurses located throughout the hospital. Republic Airways President Matt Koskell is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports and entertainment, and beyond. Available now on the IBJ Media app or your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.
Do you want the real scoop on what's happening in Indiana business? Check out the IBJ podcast. I'm Mason King, and each week I sit down with people who make news in Indiana to get insights and perspectives you won't hear anywhere else. It's business, but you won't need an MBA. The guests run the gamut from CEOs, developers, and sports executives to artists and chefs and financial planners. If there's a theme, it's that everything has a cost. And success often depends on how you define profit and loss. So if you want to deepen your understanding of the people and projects shaping Indiana, give the IBJ podcast a try. You can find it at ibjpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Want to give your team a real edge? The IBJ Group Plan delivers unlimited access to every story, every report, every video from IBJ and Inside Indiana Business for your whole team. Cover some or all of your employees with one simple payment. The more you add, the more you save. It's smart, it's flexible, and it saves you up to 30% off the standard rate. Already have IBJ subscribers in your office? Group up and save big. Learn more and get started now at ibj.com/group-plan.